Do you want to know how covert narcissists use word salad to confuse you, to destabilize you, to mix you up so that your brain is just one big solid mush as a tactic, especially in negotiations? I'm going to go all through that in this video. Hey there. So I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'm a narcissist negotiation expert. I'm also an attorney. And what I do is I teach you all about narcissists so that when it comes to dealing with them, managing them, communicating with them, negotiating with them, everything when it comes to narcissists, you have the inside scoop. No longer are you the weak one when it comes to narcissists, because I got you. I got your back. I know how to deal with them. I've figured out the secrets and I'm sharing them. So you want to make sure that you have subscribed to this channel and you hit that notification bell. I upload brand new videos every day. And I'm the only attorney on the planet that's giving you free information in a really substantive way. So make sure that you have subscribed to this channel and hit that notification bell. All right, so let's talk about the covert narcissists. First of all, coverts are the worst. I think covert narcissists are the worst ones because honestly, they're the most difficult to spot. They seem so nice, and I had a covert narcissist business partner, and these are the ones that everybody else thinks they're so wonderful. And, to the rest of the world, they seem absolutely perfect. And really to you at the beginning, they do too. And the way they come across is almost like a victim sometimes too. The grandiose narcissists are much easier to spot because they take over the room and they tell everybody how great they are. And they have these big movements and, they're almost holding court. But the covert narcissists are much more humble a lot of times. The kinds of tactics that they use are much more passive aggressive. They're much more kind of death by a thousand cuts. They'll tell you right to their face that they're going to do something wonderful, and then they just don't do it. They'll couch things in terms of care. They'll go to flying monkeys, their third parties, and they'll be like, I am so concerned for so-and-so because of, how much they're drinking. And so they'll couch things like that. And, you're doing so well with your weight loss. I mean, it's too bad that it left those stretch marks. It's terrible. That kind of thing. There's so much more under the radar. I think so much more insidious than a grandiose narcissist in a lot of ways, because the pain and suffering that they cause is so much harder to articulate, to spot, to get other people to see, to get other people on board, to understand. So the word salad that they use, it's this tactic that they use to get their targets to be confused, to be destabilized, to get control over them, to get them to think that their reality is not their reality. They will have done something and you literally just caught them red-handed, and you're looking at them having done that, and they'll say, I didn't do that. I would never do that. You obviously are having inappropriate relationship with this person. Oh, that's not true. I would never do that. And you obviously did. No, I would never, and it's so obvious that they did, but they would just lie right to your face. No, I would never do that. And it's like obvious gaslighting, but then they'll say things directly to you. Like, what you're saying absolutely makes no sense, or you misunderstood me. And that you didn't misunderstand them. It's a constant gaslighting, where they'll take parts of things that you said and say, oh, we talked about that and you agreed. Well, you didn't agree to that. You agreed to something similar to that, but not that. But then they'll twist it and turn it into something that's similar. They turn it into something else. And this is what they do constantly. Or I've done nothing wrong, or you're so insecure. I'm the only one that can stand you, or I always defend you. I always have your back. I always support you. Clearly, they haven't been supporting you. That sort of thing. I didn't hurt you. You hurt yourself. That sort of thing. You're crazy. Why are you so defensive all the time? And you're so left with feeling like so confused constantly. And you have this pit in your stomach and you're feeling, like you have this thing in your chest, and it literally starts to affect you physically, because you know that that's not reality. You know that that's not what's happening, but yet they will do this thing to you. And yet you don't know how to fight back, because it's just constant. It's constant. It's constant. I have a whole video called Covert Narcissism in Relationships. I highly recommend that you check that out. And it's exhausting. You end up exhausted in these relationships, because you can't just have a regular conversation with them, because you're just twisted all the time. It's just everything you say is just constantly twisted, constantly twisted. So you'll say something and they'll say, oh, you raised your voice. And I didn't raise my voice. Well, you did. You raised your voice. Well, I didn't say that. No, you did say that. No, I didn't, and you're constantly back and forth with that, and you're exhausted all the time. You're just constantly exhausted. And I do have a video called Word Salad, Narcissism 101. Definitely, you can check that out as well. And if you've seen it, put for sure in the comments as well. I would love to know if you've seen it. Just put for sure in the comments. And if you need extra help, if you need extra support, make sure you get the support system that you need, around you. Don't allow yourself to be isolated, because you do need to get that extra support that you need. If you don't have your own support system, I do have a partnership with BetterHelp.com, because I want you to have the support system that you need. They do sponsor me. We do receive sponsorship. We do receive commissions on it. Doesn't cost you any extra. But I only partner with people that we trust, because I want you to have the support that you need. So don't be out there alone. Go to betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zung if you need extra help, because I don't want you to be out there on your own. And if you are negotiating with narcissists, grab my free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet at winmynegotiation.com. We have links to that below as well. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung, as well, because I want to make sure you have all the support that you need, because dealing with covert narcissists is definitely the worst one. As I told you, I had to deal with it as well. It's no fun whatsoever. That's for sure. And especially when you're going to negotiate with them, it's like scrambled eggs for brains, for sure. And I want you to be strong, and I want you to be powerful, and I want you to shift that dynamic. And it is possible. And they only win if you give in. And you can shift that dynamic, and you can become stronger, and you can do this. And once you get on the other side of it, you will be the strongest, most powerful version of yourself. I promise you. And they are more afraid of you than you are of them. That is the absolute truth. All right. Today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. I'm Rebecca Zung, and I will see you guys in the next video.